Koike Sanso Kogyo has delivered countless cutting machines to the cutting and assembly areas of shipyards in Japan and around the world. In shipyards, Koike products cut various materials into the forms that will make up ships. Koike cuts the flat plates used for internal structures, the flat steel used for vessel exteriors, and various individual components. NC automated cutting of work ranges from cutting simple forms to bevel cutting of parts that require welding to the complex cutting of the steel end sections that support the structure of the vessel. Koike products include a wide variety of welders and welding jigs used in ship assembly that we have delivered to many shipyards. They have raised productivity and helped to make unmanned processes possible. First, let's look at some examples of cutting from flat plates. Plasma bevel cutting machines deliver fast, high-quality bevel cutting in tasks such as the two-dimensional cutting of internal parts to form the interior structure of the vessel and exterior plates that form the hull. Cutting and marking processes can be completely run by NC, taking less time with fewer workers. Laser cutting machines, used for the high-precision cutting of thin plates, are now starting to be used to cut steel for ship superstructures. The lasers cut with high quality and precision and low thermal deformation. The outer plates of the ship form large blocks. In the assembly process that follows, fully automated gas NC cutting machines for X, Y bevel cutting that improve working efficiency and complement the latest assembly methods help to shorten assembly time and raise overall efficiency. Koike's unique NC steel section cutting machines that can be set on an angle have found increased use in recent years as cutters for the steel sections that reinforce the hull and such internal members as longitudinal parts and stiffeners. In automated production lines, the materials to be processed are automatically identified using barcodes, and the corresponding processing data is automatically loaded. Text marking of elements for sorting is handled automatically. Marking of working baselines is also automated. Cutting proceeds continuously along the two faces of the head so that the complex bevel cut needed for welding can be automated. Koike handles all aspects of the design and manufacture of production lines, able to automate all stages from where the materials are brought into where they are moved out. Koike cutting machines are widely used in shipyard cutting processes. We also can fabricate complete lines, including conveyor feeding of materials into and out of the cutting area. Now, let's look at proposed and actual Koike systems for improving productivity and making effective use of offcuts in cutting areas. In the cutting area, the key themes are achieving accurate, high-quality cutting in less time and using the cut material efficiently. This system, jointly developed with Tamatsukuri Corporation of Japan, sets multiple cutting machines and conveyor lines radially around a central turntable with appropriate entrances and exits to move materials in and out. Materials are mounted on pallets and scanned by the navigation system. Then the central turntable directs each pallet to the proper cutting machine to start cutting. When cutting is complete, the cut parts, still on the pallet, are carried via the turntable to the exit, where they are sorted. This factory layout diagram shows the specific arrangement. Now, let's see how it looks in practice. With this system, the operations of sending materials in, photographing and nesting offcuts, cutting, and product extraction are carried out continuously, linked by automatic conveyor lines. There is a CAD/CAM office on the second floor of the office, constantly monitoring the state of production. A counter on the side of each cutting machine shows the number of completed plate cuts. Material mounted on pallets passes under a navigation system that recognizes the shapes of offcuts and moves onto the cutting line. Pallets carried to the central turntable are directed to cutting machines and cutting begins immediately. Cut products, still on their pallet, are carried to the central turntable that directs them to the exit conveyor line. pallets can go through multiple similar operations so materials can be allocated effectively. This series of processes is accomplished without a crane, making a safe and highly efficient cutting line. Finally, here are actual values for production results at this factory. Unique V-shaped arc plasma technology developed by Koike Kogyo has now given birth to the Domiyu system for the disposal of infectious medical waste. This is how the system works. Waste fed in through the feeder hole is ground into fine particles in the grinder chamber, then partially gasified and liquefied in the fumigator chamber. The waste is then fed into the high-temperature plasma furnace, emerging as liquid slag. Gases generated are purified in the exhaust gas processor before being vented. The system is fully automated and its operating status can be checked from the central control panel. This is the grinder chamber. Each container of waste is crushed separately before being fed automatically into the fumigator chamber. This is the fumigator chamber. Temperature in the chamber rises to approximately 500 degrees Celsius, leaving an inert gaseous atmosphere in the chamber. Waste is heated in an atmosphere without oxygen, preventing combustion, so that plastics are liquefied and vaporized and combustible materials are carbonized. A V-shaped plasma arc, developed with Koike's unique plasma technology, serves as a heat source for the kiln. Its high thermal efficiency enables efficient processing. Waste is heated to 1,600 degrees Celsius in the kiln without oxygen, so that carbonized materials, glass and metals all fuse together. This is the slag coming out. Waste material fused in the furnace overflows and drops into the slag chamber. The slag that has dropped into the slag chamber hardens as it cools naturally. The volume is reduced to 0.3% and the weight to 5%. This is the exhaust gas processing system. Combustibles can be gasified without burning. That reduces the generation of harmful dioxins. The first system delivered went to Kishiwada City Hospital in March 2003, followed by another to Daiwa Sanso Kogyo. Both systems are working steadily. The 21st century has been dubbed the Century of the Environment. Aiming to be kind to the earth, Koike Sanso Kogyo will contribute to conservation and improvement of the global environment in the field of in-hospital processing of infectious medical waste.